Good evening, everyone. It is Wow Wednesday. Again, my favorite time of the week because we learn so much on this call every week for 20, 21 months, every single week. There's not been one week that's gone by that I know me personally, there's not been a week that's gone by that I haven't learned something. And you think just because somebody's been doing this for a few years that they should be an expert, but there's so much with our scanner, so many ways to use it that nobody could possibly know everything. And that's why I love this call, because it is so cool hearing from people in the different ways they use it, the experiences that they're having. We've got some warriors in here that, man, when they know somebody's in trouble, they get right in their scanner and they go to work. That blesses my heart so much, and it brings me to tears almost every week when I hear these stories. So I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your week. This isn't convenient. It's not convenient for me, but it is important. So I'm always going to hold the space no matter if anybody shows up or everybody shows up. So we've got the beautiful Marianne Node, who has been out for a while with some weird phenomenon, but she's back with us tonight to help me host this call. And I'm always grateful for you, Marianne. You want to just say a quick hello or open us up?
Sure. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Sheila. It's a great honor to always be here with you. And thank you for organizing this and making this happen every week. I just want to say that anything that is said on this call is not intended to diagnose. We make no disease claims. However, we do know that if we give the body what it needs, it will correct and rebalance itself. So I'm just so happy to see all of you here, and I'm really excited to hear some of these stories.
Yes, please feel free to raise your hand, unmute yourself, anything. We want to hear from you. And please don't think anything is too small. There is nothing too small. What sounds really simple and small to you could be really big to someone else. We learn from you. Anyone? Shalou?
Hi, Dr. Sheila.
Hello, lady.
Hi, Marianne.
Hi,
So
honey.
lovely
How
to
are
see you
you?
again. Oh, I'm so good, but oh my God, I'm so excited to share this. I don't know. I wasn't on the call was I on the call last week? I can't even remember.
You
But
were.
we went on a holiday. We were on a holiday and all that happened. Did I share about the baby?
Yes, you did. Is there new
Okay,
information?
so the update on the baby is he is out of ICU. And he on Friday he had his first breastfeeding with the mom. And on the Tuesday morning when I have my meetings here, the grandma got to hold him for the first time.
Oh, that's so amazing. Short
Yeah,
recap for
yeah,
people that might not have been on last week's call, just a real short.
yes. So I got a call on Monday from a friend of mine, really distressed because her friend has a granddaughter who had an emergency C-section, and there was infection in the amniotic fluid, which then got into the baby. Now, a little bit of history between the grandma and the granddaughter. The mom in between had passed a few years ago. So both of them were very looking forward to the baby and all of that. And then when this happened and the baby was literally on life support, like they had to put breathing tubes and everything in, she's like, is there anything you can do? And so I said, well, I don't know. This is what I have. I'll do my best. So she sent me the info. I started sending the healing frequencies, and we did that Monday night, Tuesday night, and on Wednesday she sent me a picture that the baby was off the breathing tubes and breathing on his own. And then by Friday, he was out of the ICU, still in the hospital because they were keeping an eye on him, and was breastfeeding. Now I'm running the comprehensive scans, and from there, I mean, you can see that the baby is not 100%. So I'm still continuing to send the healing frequencies, that even though he's breathing on his own and he's out of ICU, because of all the antibiotics they put into him and the trauma that he's been through. So, I'm sending the frequencies to try and sort of erase that childhood trauma now so the poor thing doesn't have to deal with it later, right?
Goodness.
So, yeah,
What a head
yeah,
start he has.
it's amazing. And then just today I had the live blood analysis nurse at my clinic, and she's had a breast removed, and then you know how they put in the little sac and then they pump it. Well, she had it put in, and now she's decided she doesn't want it in because it's just so painful for her. So, in between clients, she's like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain, so much pain. And I already talked to her about the AO scan, like getting it before. So I'm like, here, give me your info. I'm just going to send the frequency. So I put her in and I sent the frequency. And so now she's dealing with, the next client that's there. And it had been about 45 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I really need to run scans on other people. So I just came to her quietly and I'm like, how's the pain? And she looked at me like, what pain? And then she's like, oh my God, it's gone. Like she was so blown away. It was like, it was a priceless moment, the face on her, because she's like, what are you talking about, pain? And then she realized that, oh my God, that she had been in so much pain. And, that's the reality of life, isn't it? That we all know it when we're in pain, but when it's gone, we don't know. We don't take the time to appreciate that it's gone. I'm not in pain anymore,
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy. But
Wow.
no, like I said, it's just every day this thing just blows my mind even more, as to what we can do.
Yeah, because those bacterial infections in a newborn are deadly. Deadly. And who knows? Was it the scanner? Was it a combination? I don't know, but I'm so
No.
grateful that you had the capability to run scans, find out what the baby needed, and send exactly what it's a boy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What his cells needed to self-correct. And not only that, but anytime these things happen, there's always trauma with birth. And people live with that their whole lives, not even recognizing it and not able to release it. Look what you're doing for this little guy. That blows
What
my
a
mind.
great story. Wow. Shalu has the biggest heart. And guess what? She's not part of the CIA. She doesn't keep things secret. She tells everybody about her scans and then, tell people, let other people know so that she's of service. Fantastic. Thank you. That's such a good story.
No, like I'm surprised. Like, I mean, I literally just got it because in my clinic, I have nothing to sort of show the people, some sort of, not that we don't use it for a diagnostic, but people always like to know, right? So when you email them their reports, they keep it on file and then they can see, and that's one of the things today. I just got a new client that I started and she's like, is there a way for me to understand how to read all of this and everything? And so I have to just respond to her. And I was going to say, like, it's just for you to keep on file. You don't really need to get too involved in reading it all. It's the consistencies we look for, because if something is consistently showing up, then we know we need to address it. But don't freak out just because it's showing up really high one day, because we're constantly changing. Is that correct? Like, I mean,
That is
that's how I see it.
absolutely correct. And that's why,
Okay.
Some people will run a scan and then they'll run another scan and they're like, why is everything so different? And I actually had someone have a really ugly confrontation with me over this and tell me how this was not valid. If they're running a scan and 10 minutes later they run a scan and everything's completely different. So they're like completely not getting the fact that our frequencies are always changing. And the things that we need to pay attention to are the things that don't change no matter what the variables are. And so I love that you send the reports to your people, because there are some people who highly stressed don't send reports to people. It freaks them out. And it's like, I don't feel that way in my practice. I send people their reports and I just coach them and I tell them, don't get real worked up over this. It's just information. It's pieces that we look at, and we're looking for correlations. We're looking for things that don't change no matter what, because we know that that's something that really needs to be taken seriously. So I love that you do that. People are big people. They can handle the information. I feel that way. And my people really like to see that, even though they don't understand it. We don't have to understand it. It's just information,
No,
but
well,
it helps us.
exactly.
Yeah.
And like I had a client, because we were traveling, so getting Wi-Fi all the time was a bit tough. Like, so it'd be late at night in the motel or hotel that we're at, or the air, where you're trying to do all of this. And then sometimes I'd hotspot it with my phone, but then it's not as easy to email with that, right? And so she's like, oh, it's been 2 weeks since I got it. I said, believe me, I've been running it, but here, I'll run it all and I'll send you. So I, did 3 different ones and I sent them to her. I'm like, do with it what you need to do. But I did have the one lady ask me, she's like, what happens with all my data? Now, again, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm like, there is no data. It's only the last report that is saved.
Yeah.
So we don't have the data. And that's part of the reason why I send it to them, because
Yeah.
then they can keep all their data. Because she was
Right.
concerned about, well, who's got access to my data? And I'm like, there is no like somewhere where someone can come steal all your information.
No, it's
It's
not
just the last
saved.
report is all.
And that's how we've gotten around the whole HIPAA compliancy thing is we don't save the information. It's not saved. That's why if you want to save it, you have to physically email it to yourself or put it in a spreadsheet. It's not saved. We don't want to save people's information.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, I'm glad I'm good on that. And I
You
told you
are.
about the one lady I gave the 6-day pass
Yeah.
to who ran way too many scans on herself, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then she detoxed way too quick and was freaking out. So yeah, just, if anyone's doing that, tell them, please. It's
Yes,
not
when
a
you're
toy, it's
sharing
real.
your 6-day passes, make sure you educate people to limit their scan use, not to get crazy with it. And the fact that it doesn't serve a good purpose because they're confusing the system when they keep it'd be like somebody asking you all the same questions over and over and over. Your nervous system is just going to say, that's enough. Stop.
And
Give your
also
body
always remind them to drink water, right?
absolutely.
They're
Yeah.
in a state of dehydration. So yeah, perfect. Good stuff. This call's good information.
Yeah. Tina Beagle, I was thinking you might have had something you were wanting to share last week and we ran overtime. Oh, we've got to hear from a young one tonight. This is
Yeah, this is
exciting.
Sophia. Yep, this is Sophia, my granddaughter, and
Hi,
she's been
Sophia.
wanting to get on for the past few weeks, actually. So she would like to share her experience and what she does.
Fantastic.
You can talk to her.
Usually I would ask my grandma if I could do my voice. She would get it ready for me, and then I would talk in a silent room by myself. Then she'll get it ready for me, and then I would drink this little cup of water, and then I would drink it, and then I would get the blue dot on me, like on my arm or on my hand.
That's her favorite. Her absolute favorite.
My grandbabies too.
Mhm.
And then I would be all done with it. And
Oh.
because usually I would ask my grandma to do it, and I really like to do it.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I love to hear that.
Yeah, they tend to do it, including my 3-year-old granddaughter.
Oh,
She's getting better at it. She'll come up to me when she feels that she needs it and I don't do it because I'm busy. She'll come up to me and say, Nana, I want to do my voice. She
oh,
calls it a voice, but I want to do my voice. So we go into the bedroom. I get it all set up and I've got it to where I just tell her, push this button, push that button. So she gets familiarized with it. So she pushes it by herself. But she does not start out with her name. I've still struggled with her starting out with her name. So instead of saying, this is Laylee, I'm Laylee and blah, blah, blah. She starts with, I love mommy, I love mommy, I love mommy.
oh.
High pitch, low pitch, soft pitch, all until it just goes and she just smiles and she goes, okay, I'm done.
Oh.
So
3 years
yeah,
old.
all 3 of them love it. So she's 10, Sophia's 10. Laylee or Lorelei is 8, and they all tend to do it by themselves. I just need to give them permission to use my phone.
Yes. So Sophie is Sophia or Sophie?
Sophia.
Sophia, I would love it if you can tell the adults how easy it is and that you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
Yeah, just let them know that it's easy and you love to do it.
Well, yeah, it's kind of easy to do.
Well, if we have a 3-year-old, a 10-year-old, and did you say 7?
8.
8-year-old doing it. I think we can all do it, and all of our friends can do it.
Yeah, I videotaped my 3-year-old, going around and doing it, but she tends to lay down on the bed. So I'm trying to stay with her focused with, shoulder shot and with the phone in it, but then she'll do a flip flop. It's like, okay, I gotta delete that because that's showing your diaper, not, or pull up. It's like, okay, not
Yeah.
posting that one. Next. So yeah, I'm trying to do something to show that it's easy for
I
a 3.
love that. If you wouldn't mind putting that on our team website too, in our sharing spaces, that would be awesome.
Yeah. And I also wanted to give you an update on my mom who has Alzheimer's.
Uh-huh.
Showers are continuously getting better. And she enjoys showers. As I mentioned, I mean, it's been going on for, I think I've officially had this for a year now, but it's really great on how everything else is doing good with her.
Isn't that
So,
amazing?
yeah, she just takes and holds it, and typically it's like, I'm out. I said, nope, mom, and I have to coach her, as in tell her, it's like, okay, you forgot your armpits, you forgot your chin, you forgot this, even though she did it, but just to reinforce her to continue.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for that. If you all are new to hearing from Tina, she's shared a few times about her mother with Alzheimer's and how the scanner has just made so many improvements in her ability, her functionality, actually. This is just amazing. And just, I think the first time you talked about it, it literally brought me to tears. I'm so grateful that we have such an amazing tool to be able to bring better quality of life. These things that are happening to people, they really don't have answers. They don't have solutions, and they don't have hope.
So
So
the other thing I want pertaining mom is the fact that not only is she doing better on those days to where some of those bad habits that I also mentioned before that she had, they tame down a bit, but they're not gone.
yeah.
I can handle the tame downs, but then there's other days to where she, from 12 to about 6 or 7, she goes on a 30-minute snacking binge. Like the moment I sit down in front of the computer to work, I have to get up and goes, hey, mom, what are you doing? With the Alzheimer's, she's forgetting that she just ate.
Yeah.
Where it all goes, I have no clue, because she's not really gaining weight, and that might be because of the frequencies. I don't know. But that's gotten better to where it's gotten better for her, but I get frustrated as a caregiver / daughter to where I have my meltdowns, and I'll talk to Jeff, my husband. It's like, I really don't know how much longer I can do this, because it's
Yeah.
going on 5 years,
Wow.
and it's not going to cure her. I get that. Nothing is going to cure, but her quality of life being only on the frequencies plus supplements, natural supplements. If I ever choose to finally get help or put her into a nursing home, all that's going to go away, because they're going to want to put her on medications in order
Yeah.
to control her.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got that battle.
Well, one day at a time, my friend. And you
Yeah.
are doing her a huge service. You people that are using this to help other people have a better quality of life. This just lights my fire every day. That's why I love this call. I love hearing your heart for other people and the difference you're making in their lives. And then those who can be empowered to have their own subscription, that's amazing. Not everybody can. Someone with Alzheimer's, obviously you wouldn't give them a subscription. But other people can do the work for them. And thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I really appreciate that. That's powerful coming from a young person.
I like to share my things about doing the blue dot.
Oh, good, because that's my favorite.
Yep. She does it at school every day.
Oh, that's fantastic. Change that generation. Get them in this mindset. Well,
Thank
we've
you.
got a few minutes left. Do we have anyone else that would like to share something with us? Speak now. Linda,
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can.
So, sorry, I don't know what my deal is with my camera, but you guys can at least hear me. So I have a friend of mine that I've been scanning. Her name is Shannon, and she had, I'm not sure when she went in, maybe a couple years ago for a bunion surgery on her foot. And then that doctor botched it. And then she had, I don't know, probably 8 more surgeries. And then her nerves in her leg don't function. So she had surgeries on her nerves. And it's all like she's done a lot of it with her own choices. And so her heel is really, really dry and it blisters up. Like her whole foot would be blisters. And she was just like, I don't know that there's anything I can do because I've made all these bad choices. I should have just kept my foot with a bunion. And so I had talked to Marianne and I got her to get some blue. And I've been scanning her also with skin and nerve and stimulator and all that. And she started spraying her heel with water that was, boiled, and then put some blue in it and spraying it. And for 2 weeks, she didn't have any blisters. And then she got a couple and then they went away. And so I'm trying to change her mindset too, because she's always very negative. But I told her, I was like, 2 is better than your whole foot. And you didn't have any for 2 weeks. And so, and she's taking the blue internally also. And so it's just good to see, like, she's like, my legs, they just tingle all day long. I just don't know what's wrong with them. And I'm like, well, I'm sending you nerve stimulators to get your nerves to go again. And she's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. So she's going to start acupuncture on Saturday. So I'm really excited that, things are coming. But I told her, like, it took a long time and there's a lot of damage there. But, there's always hope.
Yeah.
Might not be where it was before because of all the surgeries, but there is going to be a lot of hope that it can be healed.
Well, you know what? God can do whatever he wants to do too. And if he wants somebody to be healed, they're going to be healed whether we think it's impossible or not. And we get to play a part in that. Isn't that fun?
Right. Right.
So I always believe for healing. Whether it seems impossible in man's eyes, I'm still going to believe it because I'm sending out a frequency that's much more powerful than one who doesn't believe it.
Right. And I am healed from all of my diagnosis stuff. I've shared that with all of you. So, I do definitely believe that. And I got to walk Saturday around a lake that I used to walk all the time. And I haven't been able to walk it for probably 3 years. And I did it and it felt so good. And I've just been feeling so good lately.
Oh my
I'm up
gosh.
to 9 pumps in the morning and in the afternoon. That's a lot, but it says on the bottle 10 and 10, but it's really, really changed my life. And then my scanning.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That's just with using the scanner and the blue?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Oh, you're also using the gold, hun.
Oh, and the gold.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yes,
I just
yes.
got the prime today.
Fantastic. I love prime and blue together because it kind of cuts the acidy or metally taste of the blue. Wow.
And I don't taste that because, I was on chemo for so long that I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, and the doctor that gave the the presentation actually recommended putting it under the tongue, so it has instant absorption in the mucous membranes. But yeah, I am so excited to hear how much you have improved since using this amazing technology and our nano supplements. That is just mind blowing.
Yeah, and I'll keep you guys updated because I'm waiting for some really, good news with Shannon too. I mean, it's already there, but it all takes time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she just started the blue too, so
Oh man, what a blessing you are to her life.
Everybody needs to be on the blue and on the gold.
And
Okay?
gold.
That's
and
just
she's
the way
on the
I'm
gold
going.
too.
That's
She is
just the
on the
way I'm
gold.
going, like with everyone. But
Blue and gold,
I'm
you're
with
right.
all the training. Yep.
And she
I'll tell
just
you,
ordered some of the Prime also.
Fantastic. I also love Prime.
I like the methylated prime.
Yeah.
That's
You can
what
get
she
that
got,
in
and
other
that's what
Yeah,
I
that's
got.
what I
I
use.
think a lot of people need it and they don't realize it. And that's something that's pretty special that we have. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited. You guys haven't heard the last of me
Yay!
because I'll have lots of things to tell.
But that's so inspiring, and how much hope that your story is going to give other people that hear this. And I'm telling you, people that don't even know us are watching our videos. I've had people come and find us just from watching our YouTube channel. And that's why we do this, because we are trying to reach the world. We want to give them hope. We have something that can solve their solutions. So always come at it as you have something that's going to solve their problem, no matter what their problem is, because we've got everything. So
Right.
thank you so much for sharing that. And we are a little over. I cannot wait to see what's
Sorry.
going to happen on Solix. Do not be sorry. That was important. And I don't even have words. I can't thank you enough for making time to come here. I can't thank you enough. It's so important, and it just blesses my soul to see your faces and hear your voices. And I'm going to let Mary Ann close us out. I just love you all so much.
I just want to thank Dr. Sheila again. I can't thank her enough for remembering me and my family and offering so much support and knowledge to all of us, because together we're all making a difference. And so thank you, Sheila. And also thank you all of you who showed up and are reaching out and helping people. And it always starts with yourself first. And let's hop on the Solex Weekly Update and see what's happening.
Good night, everyone. Be blessed.
Good night.